Alright, so I'll show you what I've been doing today. It's still jacked up. My car is still jacked up. Got a spinner. Look how rough those are. Rough. Disc brakes. Anyhow, I had a problem with that bracket, so I got another bracket today at the junkyard. My buddies. Here it is. I can make some room here. Yes, we'll make some room. Another friend. Who says I don't have friends? So this is another bracket that I got, and this is the problem. These brackets, these break. The bolts break, and these are the sliders that go in and out. Let's see. In here, and they go in and out and allow your, when your brakes work, allows the pads to go in and out with the hydraulics and all that. Anyhow, these snap off, and anyhow, I got a whole bunch here. You can see, kind of damaged some. I got it off the other car. And I got the rubber gaskets. That's really cool to have too. And I'm going to mow my lawn, and then I'm going to put that on, put my new bracket on. And that was a brand new rotor. Look, I left it out in the rust and let it rust for a little bit. Just really, the rust never sleeps, does it? Anyhow, I'm going to put that on, and there's my caliper. Going to get that on, and hopefully the front brakes will be done. Maybe I'll wipe this down with some sort of a paint thinner or something. I'm not sure what. With the old bracket, this is the old bracket here, and see, it just snapped off, and that's not going in and out. That's stuck and rusted in there, so with a little heat I could get that out, but I'd just rather work with a whole new bracket. Why not? And the new Volkswagens are way better than this, by the way. They're like surgically made, you know, with it's like an Allen bolt or something like that in it, and they're well sealed. Way better system. This is pretty old school. What's going on here? New rims for my car. Different kinds of cool rims. And I got some metals on the back, and I've got one more like this. I need a fourth, and then I'll have 4 of them. And I still have those other rims, those sports rims, but I don't have lug nuts that'll fit. But this will be a fun car to get on the road. I'm slowly working on it. Look at that. Brand new rotors, rusting rotors. Garden's really coming in. Look at that. Look at that huge big tomato. Mmm. Delicious. They're all coming in. Gotta pick these tonight. And my peas are going crazy. Look at these peas, man. Beautiful. Delicious. Growing up all over my little torchlight thing. I grew these from seeds. Not bad. So this is another charmer I got. It's a 98 Golf Automagic from Connecticut with no rust practically. A little bit of air sippage going on in those tires. Nice rust-free rear end there. Real sweet. Nice little car. And I got it because it only has first gear. Let's see if it starts. Guy stored a lot of metal in here because he was going to scrap it, and that stained up that seat. So this would be a candidate for seat covers or seat cleaning. Automagic. I haven't started in a while. Let's see if she cranks over. Alright. No, the battery's dead. Oh well. It's got a little bit. I'm gonna have to put it on a jumper. And I'll show you all how it starts. So we have some of the basic ingredients for rust repair here. A little paint thinner and a 3M medium like a rubber sand thing, and it just comes right off. It's real handy. You can see how easy that is. I don't know if it needs to be done or not. It comes off pretty nice. And I have my brackets here, and the last ingredient, I have a little bit of Coors Light for hydration purposes. The other side here didn't even get rusty at all. I'm going to be assembling this whole puppy back together. And the reason, of course, why it took so long is that this snapped off the bracket. My friend took it off, and this just was frozen in there. The rust had seized it all together. So here's another bracket, and there's the purpose is that it can go in and out. Put some lubrication in there, and it'll go in and out. And clean all that up. And I have 2 of these little deals here, 2 of these little bolts. You see they use that blue Teflon on it so it didn't crack. All handy stuff. Like I say, it's the little things that make brakes work. Cushioning the axle. Thank you, Coors Light. I got out my handy dandy special wheel bearing lubricant, and on the wire wash brush I cleaned up the shank. You got this so it comes right out. Well, at least it did. Oh, well, where's the magic? Anyhow, I'm going to lubricate up that shank and assemble this up over there, and then I fill the end here, as you can see with this one, full of lubricant, so hopefully it won't rust all up. And then I assemble it back into here. I'm going to put on the bracket again, and then the calipers, and my handy dandy rotor. Hopefully I'll get it all going before it gets pitch dark out. Yes, sir. Breakfast of champions here. Put it all together. I tightened these 2 bolts up here, and I used a kind of cheated. I used a hello, how you doing? A little walking pair of pliers here, because this bolt was a little bit tight going in. Anyhow, this allows for the brake pads to expand or contract, you know, when you're putting the pressure of the fluid inside of this drum here, and it contracts, and then hopefully, you know, it lets off when you get off the brake. And I got the drum on, the rotor. It's looking pretty good. The reason I got this car is one of these were loose. It was kind of a mess, but it's coming along. It's labor of love. I want to show you something here. This is a one. Can you see it? It's got some cracks in it. You don't want to have a cracked boot, because then dirt can get in there. And there's also boots here on your CV. Can you see that right here? Your CV boot, that could crack too, and that gets garbage in there. When you go around a corner quick in an old car and you hear a click, 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 that means that your bearings are starting to go. That means don't also stay off the gas going around corners, because that's when you're turning hard and you're on the gas is when it's probably going to go. They've made a lot of improvements in brakes and rotors in the last 20 years. This being about a 17-year-old car, it really, I'd say it's got antiquated brakes, but I mean, I think they're better than anything the 80s brought. Yeah, and I'm just dorking around because I want to get this car moved, finally. Hired a friend to do this, but he broke the bracket. Not saying it's anybody's fault, but I have to now solve the problem. So I'm just going to throw the tire on and call it good. And this is of course, the wire to hold up the caliper so we don't break the pressure line tube for the hydraulic fluid. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you down Volkswagen Lane, I guess, right?